Yay! Yeah. It's so funny because I was on and then David appeared and I thought it was you and I looked up and I was like, oh my god, David and Christina are on time. And then Lauren appeared and I was like, oh my god, Lauren's here. Oh my god, where's Luke? What day is it? Mm-hmm.
No avail.
Hang on. I've realised that Discord hasn't been picking up any of my audio for this whole time. So that's great because I fucking love it when audio drivers change and it changes all of your settings for you. Fuck me. For the sake of the recording, essentially we're in the final fight and you've had some time and some prep to get to this point, but Harian has tried to persuade Anarkara to stop being the big bad, and as I've explained, you can't make the big bad not be big or bad by asking them politely. It doesn't work that way.
I mean, you can make the big bad not big by using spells that would make them not big.
Yeah, I guess.
You maybe can't tell them to not be
potato,
bad. Hey,
potato, I suppose.
don't do that.
You are also in a fight where Tyron is here trying to assemble some pieces, some artifacts together to create something that has been created by the power of the universe to bring about Buri. Now then, you have this fight still to continue, and you have decisions to make. I hope that you have thought on what you want to do as a group. I am going to take it up to the top of the order once more. It is Fabius's turn. Fabius, what are you doing? Please, God, don't have fucking chewing on the mic one more time, because I swear to God, I will shut you the fuck down.
It's not my bad.
No, I know it's not your bad, it's his bad. Of course it is, but like, don't be fucking eating on the fucking microphone, okay? So, Fabius, what are you doing?
I think.
I can't hear a damn thing you're saying.
I think. Oh, come on. Push me. I think I'm gonna do
the fucking microphone.
It's here. It's in front of me.
God,
I can hear you properly. It's fine. It's fine.
I think I'm gonna do some healing.
Some what?
Spells.
Sorry?
Healing.
Healing. Okay. Right. What spells are you gonna do? And who on?
Cure wounds.
Cool. I think cure wounds. I think cure wounds is touch. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh.
Who is it you're gonna
Yeah, it is.
touching?
How is your HP, Icarus?
I'm on 66. So
then I'm gonna go to Icarus first.
Okay. What level are you casting the spell at? Because Cure Wounds is a first level spell.
Yeah.
You get 1d8 plus your spellcasting ability. You could upcast it to a very high level. You've got spell slots all the way up to level 6.
I can do it at 4th level.
Okay. Cool beans. So you move over to Icarus then, I assume?
Yeah.
Alright. Move your token and cast your spell. And then just in the chat box, click the healing button there.
Am I gonna do it or is
Yes,
Icarus
that's
gonna
why I
do it?
asked you to. Click healing.
Oh, yeah, normal.
Hey, there we go. Okay. So, Icarus, you get 17 HP back. Now, Fabius, you've still got a bonus action, and you could do cantrips, or you could do any other number of bonus actions. You know,
Mm,
for instance, I don't know. What's the word? Uh, what's the thing where druids change into animals? I forget what it's fucking
Wild
called.
shape.
That's the one. Wild shape. You've got that as a bonus action. You've got rage as a bonus action. You've got a multitude of things that you could do as bonus actions. Or you
mm,
can chill and do a cantrip, or do nothing. Up to you. You've still got 25 feet of movement left, and the bonus action. What do you want to do?
I think I'm gonna do infestation. No, it's not a bonus
That's a
action. It's a,
spell.
but it's a cantrip. But it's an action. Then I cannot do it, right?
Oh, is it infestation as a cantrip? Holy shit. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, it is, but it is also an action, so you can't do it.
No. Oh.
You've already done an action.
Then I don't think I won't do anything.
Okay. Do you gonna move anywhere?
And no, I think I'm good here.
Okay.
Next to Chris.
Moving on. Harrion, your turn.
Yes. I am planning to make my way downtown,
Yeah.
all the way up to Terran.
Walking fast,
walk
faces
fast.
past in your homebound.
Yes.
Nice.
Same brain, Luke.
Yeah, I know, right? So
Yep.
you're moving down to where? Sorry.
To Terran. I'm gonna go towards Terran.
To Taryn. Okay, let me just move this token out of the way for you.
Yeah, I just
30 feet.
forgot to tell the bear to attack her.
The bear has its own turn.
Yeah, okay.
So
But I
when
thought
it
I
gets
needed
the
to tell
bear,
it on my turn.
No,
But,
not in this combat. In this combat so far, you've had a
30.
separate initiative for the bear.
Yeah, okay.
That's
Okay.
my movement.
Yeah. And what are you going to do from here?
From here, I'm just gonna double check the. I'm just gonna double check 10-foot radius. I still need to get closer to Terran, so I'm gonna attack the big bad evil guy,
Mm-hmm.
or gal in this case.
Mm-hmm.
And I am gonna use Notos.
Yeah.
I am gonna make it into. What am I gonna make it into?
Question.
We shall make it into. You know what? We're gonna make it into a bladed longbow.
Okay.
That is gonna be my thing.
A bladed longbow. So a longbow.
Yeah.
Okay. So you change it into a longbow. It gets the stats of a longbow.
Yep. And that's
Um,
1d6 piercing damage in case it hits.
Yeah. So use it as your attack roll.
Oh. My bad. I double clicked. And there. And
Cool. So your attack roll rolls 18. That hits.
noise.
Now you need to roll damage, which would be 1d8 plus, I think, 4 plus 1d8 again, I think. So it'd be 2d8. So I'm pretty sure your what's the word? Your bardic inspiration, is that d8 for you?
The bardic inspiration should be a D8. Yeah.
Okay. So then you add that because you used your bonus action to change its form. You've got the extra damage die.
Noise.
So it should be 2d8 plus 4. Plus,
There we go.
you would also get your dexterity modifier on there as well. Which is not
Okay.
your proficiency. So your dex mod is plus 4 as well. So it's 2d8 plus 8.
2d8 plus 8. Nice.
20 damage. That's a good chunk. That's a good chunk.
Mm.
Trunkaroonie.
Big old chunker. Okay. We move on then to Taran's turn. Taran is going to need to move away from Kara to get to Harian, to get the final piece of the puzzle, and is going to move towards Harian now to do so, but will probably incur an attack of opportunity. So Taran's going to move up here with 10 feet of movement, and is going to ask Harian, could you give me your item, please? Your magic item.
Yes, I can.
Needs the belt, essentially.
Yup. Take my belt.
Lovely. So
And
let
then
me
Harry
see
and his
where it
trousers
is.
immediately fall down again.
That's
Yeah.
the one. The belt of clothes.
Hey,
So the
that
belt
may
of
distract
clothes
the
gets
big
passed
bad
over,
evil guy.
Oh, God.
and Anarkara
I'm
is
like,
going to
oh,
attack.
dear Lord.
Anarkara is going to attack with a tentacle attack, with a what do you call it? With an attack of opportunity against Taran.
Tense away from my Taran.
That's 21 to hit, which definitely
Oh,
hits.
God.
And they roll damage. That's 15 damage. That certainly brings them down to a number. But they are going to need to move now. And Taran has got 40 feet movement, thankfully. So Taran can take this and get out of this radius of light that Harian is creating. So he's going to move away from Kara. And how much speed do they have left? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. They wouldn't be out if they went in that direction, so they're going to need to go down or left. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yes. So Taran is instead going to come all the way down here and join Icarus and Fabius, the Usses, and is going to take their action to attempt to create something from all of this. So we'll use. Let's see what they can do. I will say that they're going to try and use a spell called Polymorph, which usually affects a creature, but because this is Taran trying to use a spell in a way that it is not intended, we're going to do the D20 roll to see whether it works. Now, this is a concentration spell, but it's not going to be used in concentration. It's just going to be held as one thing so long as this rolls more than a 20. So we're going to cast this, and we're just going to roll a D20 Arcana check to see whether he can actually do it. Now, if this is a 20 or more, then Taran is able to fuse these things together very quickly with the power of the College of Creation bard that he is. Unfortunately, it's a 10. Taran is gonna just stay here with the items and try and fuse them together on the next turn, but might need other people's help to do so. That is Taran's goes so far. Don't believe that Tyron has got any more Bardic Inspirations left. No, they're out. And what do they have in terms of bonus actions? No, they've already cast a spell, so they can't do that. So that's it for Tyron's go. On to Icarus. Icarus, what are you doing?
I think. Oh, actually, I haven't checked how. I'll be. I'm gonna use Fireball. Yeah, I can use Fireball. I planned it, and then I hadn't seen how far I could like cast it, and I was like, oh, I hope it isn't like something I need to cast really close.
Oh yeah, no, Fireball's pretty good, I think, from my memory.
I assumed it was because I know like vague stuff about Fireball, but I was like, I don't want to be wrong and
It's
be like all
150
confident,
feet.
like I will cast Fireball. Lauren, you can't do that.
No, yeah, it's 150 feet.
Dreams, but not really.
I only ask you this: is it prepared? Because on your spell sheet, it's not.
Oh, what?
See the icon on the right?
Yeah.
The little sun icon? That's a question of whether it's prepared or not. So let's look at the rules for paladins to see how many spells you can have prepared. And then we can figure it out from that. So let's see.
If I
Spell
can't
testing.
have it prepared, plot hole, I've already used Fireball before when fighting Fred.
Right. So then you would need to find another
Sorry
one
about
that you...
that.
It's fine. Let me just see what you can do with this. You prepare the list of paladin spells that are available for you to cast, choosing from the paladin spell list. When you do so, choose a number of paladin spells equal to your charisma modifier plus half your paladin level rounded down. So your charisma is +3, and your paladin level is 13. So half of that rounded down is 6 plus 3 is 9. So you should only have 9 spells prepared, and you've currently got 10 prepared. So if we're preparing Fireball, then we're going to need to remove 2 others. Now you've got 3 other 3rd level spells, and then you've got a bunch of 1st level spells that you've got quite a few of, right? Yeah, taking rid of those 2?
Yeah.
Alright. Then this is your spell sheet for the rest of this fight. We're not changing it again. So, what are you? Where are you casting it? You're casting it on exactly where she is, because it's Fireball's a big old radius.
Yeah.
Itch.
I will cast it on her, but not close enough to be on Tarion or Farlin.
Okay, so it's
Tarion.
a 20-foot sphere. So when you cast it, it'll just give you the marker to place down, and we can do it from that.
Okay. I was all prepared, and then I went off the sheet.
So she needs to make a dex save. She gets a nat 20.
Bro.
No.
Still takes half the damage. But yeah, we just need to place that measured template where you want to put it. Okay.
Oh my god.
So that's going to hit the polar bear.
Are you eating the
gosh,
bear?
No, I forgot about that. I didn't even register the polar bear was there. Can I move it?
We can move it left slightly, yeah.
Thank you.
But
kind of blends in with the static stuff.
This is exactly the kind of thing that I've put into the rules for my next campaign of like, if you miss an ability or if you say something wrong, I don't care. It is what you said it was. Okay, so we're gonna roll damage, and we're gonna take half of this. So that's 14 damage. Right.
Respectable.
There we go. Okay, you've still got your full movement, and you've still got a bonus action.
Ooh. Oh gosh, bonus actions. Bonus action.
Thoughts?
Um,
Anywhere
I
you want to
don't
move to?
enjoy being in a group of 3 right now.
Mm-hmm.
She has very wide targety spells. I'm gonna wait. What is the blue thing
The blue
being
thing's the
like?
blinding stuff.
If you end your
Yeah,
turn
okay.
within that, then you get blinded.
Here's a 1. That's 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Dun, dun, dun.
All right. Cool beans. And then any bonus action from you or not?
No, I don't have any good ones.
Cool. Right. So then we move on in the turn order, and we've got to Lusmore now. Lusmore, as we've established, doesn't really have much that he can do with spells, but is still going to try and cast something. And I think a cantrip is probably the right thing to do. He's also going to try and move out to one side. So let's see. His level is 14, so he can do this at a 3d6. He's going to cast Mind Sliver. One action, 1 round, 60 feet. So he's going to cast that. He drives a disorienting spike of psychic energy into the mind of one creature he can see within range. The target needs to succeed on an intelligence saving throw or take 1d6 psychic damage and subtract 1d4 from the next saving throw it makes before the end of your turn. End of your next turn. So this is going to help with, potentially, this is going to help with saving throws. So she's gonna roll, and unfortunately she beat it. But that also means that she doesn't take damage. He is going to move up though, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to here, within here, and I believe that's going to give him some healing. But I think we were down to 3 heals left, right?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so I just need to know the healing on that. How much healing do we get for that? For the aura.
I can check.
I'm scrolling all the way up so I can try and find it. Yeah, no. It's far, far, far up there. And I don't think you can even find it. So
I
was
think
it
it
a
was
spell that you did?
6 or something, but maybe 4 or 6.
4 or 6. That doesn't help. What was the spell that you cast to do it?
It was Healing Spirit.
Healing Spirit, right? Gonna do that, and we're not gonna we're not gonna consume a spell slot. We're not gonna place the template. We're just gonna do that so that it's fresh in the place again. So we're gonna heal for 1 HP, but that takes up one of the heals that this can do. We've got 2 left. Okay, we are now up to Polar Bear time. Polar Bear is in this aura of blindingness. What do you want to do with the Polar Bear?
It can attack her from behind.
So you want to sort of move it up here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Polar Bear goes up to here and attacks. Polar Bear can make 2 attacks, 1 bite, 1 claw. So we go bite and claw. We go attack, and we go attack. Both of them miss.
Oh.
Any more movement from the Polar Bear? Polar Bear has got 40 feet of movement, has only moved 5 feet.
No, I think it will stay behind her.
Okay,
Yeah.
It is now her turn then. We get to her turn, and she's going to use an action once more to cast Lightning Storm. She's going to cast this at... Let me see. She doesn't like the fact that this Tarn guy has got a bunch of magical artifacts, so she's going to try and kill him.
Will you back off? God damn.
Anarkara magically creates 3 bolts of lightning, each of which can strike a target Anarkara can see within range. A target must make a dexterity saving throw. And it's 3 creatures. So 3 different creatures each need to make saving throws. She's casting it at... Yeah, she doesn't like the fact that 3 of you are trying to keep you distant, so she's going to try and fuck you up. Fabius, Taran, and Icarus, all of you need to make this saving throw. It is a DC 23 dexterity saving throw. Taran fails, Fabius fails, and Icarus
Oh my gosh.
succeeds.
Lauren, you did a good roll.
Also, I just want to check on something. Have you got that aura? Aura of protection. Starting at 6th level, whenever you or a friendly creature within 10 feet of you must make a saving throw, the creature gains a bonus to the saving throw equal to your charisma modifier. So that means that essentially, if you stand next to people, Icarus, then they will get a bonus to their saving throws. Just FYI. The damage that each person takes is 27. 27 damage. Half as much on a successful one, so Icarus, you succeeded. That means that you take 13 damage, because it's half rounded down.
Oh, thank God. I have a number beginning with 3 that is so much more easy to subtract.
So yeah, 13 off you, but 27 off of Taran and Fabius. That takes Taran down to 24 HP. Okay. So she's done that. She still has movement. She's not going to stay here and end her turn within this blinding radius. She's going to fucking move. And she's got 60 fly speed, so she's going to fucking move. She moves away from the polar bear and is going to take an opportunity attack from the polar bear. She doesn't give a fuck. And she's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Here. She's no longer in the radius. She is far away from as far away from the blinding radius as she needs to be. The polar bear gets an opportunity attack, is going to do so, and misses. Polar bear's doing shit all in this entire battle. And she's now within range of the next victim. It is now Farlan's turn. Farlan, what are you doing?
I'm gonna move first of all, so that I don't forget to announce that. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Is it 30 feet?
Yeah, you've got 30. That was 25. You got another 5.
Can I go diagonally?
Yeah, a diagonal counts for the same number. You know, it's only in 3.5 edition that it counts for 7.5.
I'd be there.
Yeah.
I want to cast Healing Word, but I will up it to 3rd level for Taran.
Okay.
Do that. 3rd level.
Taran is looking like singed and broken. There's like
Yeah.
open bleeding wounds caused by the lightning storms that have been attacking him.
So he gets 14 HP.
This doesn't take him up to half, but he's
No.
getting better at least. He's at 38 out of 99.
And then I'll use Thorn Whip, because that's a cantrip and I can do that, right?
Yeah.
As my bonus action.
Yeah. So Healing Word was a bonus action. Thorn Whip is an action.
Oh, well that works then.
Yeah. So yeah, we got there, guys. We got there. It took 44 sessions. We fucking got there. You guys are finally learning the difference between cantrips and bonus actions. I'm very proud.
We're gonna learn them in any session. I feel like.
So roll to attack to see if you can hit,
Um,
and you're going to roll 3d6 damage if it does hit. It doesn't hit. You lash out, and it just swipes through one of these tendrils of smoke, and the fierce look in her eyes, her white eyes, just like glows intensely as she looks at you with this evil glare. And she is. It's now going to go up to Fabius's turn, but before it gets to Fabius's turn, it is now her turn to use her legendary actions, and she's going to cast this Chaos Cloud again.
yay.
Which is going to affect everybody in this radius if you end your turn within it. It is Fabius's turn. Fabius, what are you doing?
I am also gonna heal Taryn
Mm-hmm.
with the same again, but in a different level.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna do Cure Wounds on him
Yeah.
with a 6th level spell slot.
6th level, okay.
Imagine having 6 level spells left.
Only one. That was her only one. 39 health. Holy shit. Yes, that does it. That's fucking great. That's double. That's they only had 38. Now you've added 39 to that. That's like doubled what they've got. So real quick, I've got to figure out what the fuck that number is. I think that's 77. I think that's 77. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's 77.
17 plus 60. Yeah.
Yeah. So Tyron is now up to 77 out of 99. So Tyron is starting to look a lot healthier. His breathing starts to like go deeper and less shallow, and he looks to you with like the dry streak of tears going down his face, and he says, "Thank you both." And it is now the rest of your turn, Fabius. You've got movement, and you've got
Yeah,
bonus action.
I'm gonna move away from her because being that close is scary.
Okay, well, to get out of this Chaos Cloud, you've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50 speed to get 50 feet. You need to get 50 feet in one turn. You don't have that in movement.
No, I don't. But yeah, I'm gonna try to move away a bit, even though it won't help. But it feels better.
Okay.
So I'm gonna move next to Icarus.
Cool.
Here
Yeah.
then.
That works. Okay,
and
so
then
you end your turn in this cloud. I'm going to need a D100 roll.
Yeah, but I'm also gonna move the healing spirit to
Yeah, sure.
Terran and Farlan.
How far can you move it on your turn?
Oh, that's
I think it's only 30 feet, isn't it?
I'm
you can
gonna
move it
check.
up to 30 feet to a space you can see as a bonus action. So that's 30 feet. That's too far. You can't move it 30 feet to get to them.
But then I'm gonna move it at least closer to them so they can.
So it gets to
go
here,
to it.
right? It gets to this square here.
Yeah, then put it there.
There.
Yeah.
Actually, that's only 25, so it can get to there.
Help is on the way, dear. Help is on the way.
Yeah, you see, Farlan and Tyron sees this as well. But you see, your faithful friend mount Wolfie and just charge down by holding on to Wolfie's shackles. Shackles. I don't know what you call them when it's a wolf, but like the like shaggy fur on his back that's like built up for the winter. You see her grab onto that, and she runs towards you.
Probably just help, to be fair.
Yeah, you see Iris grabbing hold and charging towards you with a fierce look in her eyes of defiance against this goddess. So yeah, that's all happened. Now, Fabius, I need you to roll a D100. So that is /R space D100.
Yeah.
38. We look on the Wild Surge table, the Wild Magic Surge table.
Apparently still called a main, by the way. Just look that up.
A main. Oh, good.
Yeah.
With a 38, I'm going to need to roll a D6.
Uh-oh.
Oh
That's a
no.
3. I need to get a list up and find... There's no such thing as that in that list, so I need to look it up.
Well, that does not bode well.
Okay. So... Right. Okay, yeah, sure. So, give me a second to just fuck around with this for some reason. This
But what
is
if you
great.
didn't?
But what if I didn't? But what if I didn't, though? But have you considered not?
Yeah, have you considered
not?
don't?
Have you potentially considered not, though? But how about not? Right?
How about no,
But not?
but not?
But not, though. Yeah? But not?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I said.
That's what I thought you said.
Yeah. Right? But no. Have you considered no?
Have you considered perhaps the possibility of maybe no?
I've actually got to create an entire creature with an entire
God.
thing because it's not in the list of my available monsters. So bear with me one moment.
Do a
Because
shit
I was
drawing.
not expecting this.
Bro did a wild magic table and didn't
okay.
expect wild magic to happen.
Shut the fuck up.
You did it.
Right, okay. So, you see as you have this chaos cloud appear, you see 3 flumps appear on the battlefield.
What the fuck in the world is that?
All of them look terrified of you. And that's that. End of your turn, I guess. That's it.
Yeah.
What the fuck is a flump?
I will show you the character artwork, I guess. There you go. That's a flump.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
All right.
That's it. So it says that they appear on the battlefield. They're controlled by me, and they're terrified of you, and they last for a minute. Okay, Larian's turn. For some reason, Roman, your microphone is going very, very quiet. Like it's like muting itself real low, and I don't know why.
I have no idea.
I don't know whether you don't have like speakers on
No.
over it, so I don't know why it's doing it then. Because it's really like you're incredibly quiet.
But not for us.
Not for us, no.
Yeah, I don't get why it's doing it for me. It's like fucking with my whole thing. I updated my thing. I updated my what do you call it? I updated my Windows thing, and it has like fucked around with all of my audio settings, which is why like my stream thing, my Stone series is fucked.
That's not cool, bro.
No, I'm seeing if it's in the Discord settings.
Maybe it's turned me down in Discord.
Allow members to be more easily heard in this channel. Okay, only viewers without this permission will be automatically lowered. Let me save that and see if that works.
Has it done anything?
That doesn't change anything, and I think that's done. Okay, hopefully that's fixed it.
Hello.
Seems to have worked. Harrion, your turn.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Moving towards Terran again.
Okay. Take your turn. Move towards.
How long does his blinding stuff last?
It's 10 turns, I believe. Full minute. We're on round 6, so you've got 4 more rounds until it goes. Because I think it was the first round.
25. Ha! 30! I'm next to Terran!
And what are you doing?
I am gonna cast a special little thing. I'm gonna cast a Lemon's Tiny Hut.
You're going to do Lemon's Tiny Hut?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. I won't question it. 10-foot radius immobile dome of force springs into
You
existence
might
around
want
and
to tell
above you
him what to do.
and remains stationary for the duration. The spell ends if you leave its area. 9 creatures of medium size or smaller can fit inside the dome with you. The spell fails if its area includes a larger creature or more than 9 creatures. Creatures and objects within the dome when you cast this spell can move through it freely. All other creatures and objects are barred from passing through. Spells and other magical effects can't extend through the dome or be cast through it. The atmosphere inside the space is comfortable and dry regardless of the weather outside. Until the spell ends, you can command the interior to become dimly lit or dark. The dome is opaque from the outside, of any colour you choose, but it is transparent from the inside. Okay, where are you placing it?
Right between me and Terran, so Terran is inside immediately.
Okay. That's done it wrong. You can't do it on a mid space. It would have to be on a space.
Alright, and I'm casting it over.
So it needs to be over to the right unless you want to include Kara, in which case the spell fails.
There we go.
Okay. So now it's got you and Farlan and Taran.
Nice.
What the hell? I didn't mean to be in a hut. When the hat? What?
Yeah, no, your microphone is still cutting out for me. It's going quiet, very quiet.
I don't know what to do about that.
Yeah.
All other creatures and objects are barred from passing through. Spells and other magical effects can't extend through the dome or be cast through it. So that means that the aura can't be inside. So the aura that Fabius was about to bring down, the healing aura, can't go in there. So yeah, that's going to mean that this aura disappears if you cast it where you're casting it.
If I cast it... Wait.
You've made another thing. Yeah, if you cast it there, then you can. But that means that you and Taran are... Neither of you are inside of it.
Then I think we'll have to sacrifice the aura.
Yeah,
It only has 1 healing left, or 2, right?
No, 1.
1, so...
That is true. You're also going to blind them if they end their turn
Yeah.
near you. Just so you're aware.
How long will that last, by the way?
We just said it's going to be 10 rounds. That's another
No, like
4 rounds
how
from
long
now.
does the blinding affect?
The blinding.
So they basically it will last until they can make a saving throw to get out of it,
Oh, okay.
and it'll give them disadvantage on any checks.
I'm trying to do
Done.
Anyone have the spell magic?
Well, this is gonna have to be it. I'm sorry, Taran, but you're gonna be a bit blinded, but I need you to work on the polymorph of all the things that you've gathered. While being blinded, I'm sorry. But
Okay.
you will be safe in here.
You also need to now roll me a D100 because you've just ended your turn within the Chaos Cloud.
Uh-oh.
100. Just a straight 100.
I mean, that's kind of impressive, rolling a
Okay,
D100 and getting 100.
Ooh.
Let me just look at the thing. Like, this is me asking, and you're probably going to say no. It says specifically in the spells and other magical effects can't extend through the dome.
Mm-hmm.
So then, does that mean that it definitely does do the cloud thing?
Spells and other magical effects. Oh.
And would that count towards my previous thing, the blinding thing? Would that disappear?
No, that's an effect that has already happened to you and
Nah,
it's
fair
continuing
enough.
from you. Yeah.
Yeah, fair
Would a
enough.
concentration spell work through the hut thing? Because I have cast Shield of Faith on Taran, and that's a concentration spell.
You've cast Shield of Faith. That's a concentration spell.
It was last session that I cast it on him.
Oh, that's a concentration spell. You need to cast. You need to cast. Not cast. You need to roll a concentration check for that. Actually.
Oh, because I got hit, right? Didn't
Yeah.
I?
Yeah. So it would be.
I
You need to
completely
roll
forgot
a
about that.
Constitution save and roll at least a 10.
Saving throw or ability check.
Saving throw.
Normal or disadvantage?
Normal.
Okay.
13. Okay, yeah, you hold concentration on Shield of Faith. Well, this is a difficult one for me to call because you're doing a hut in the middle of a battle. It's not exactly a normal thing for people to do in the middle of a battle. It's also not normal for somebody to be blinding everybody in their radius. So I. It's not going to end the fact that you are blinding. You are just blinding, right?
Mm.
It ends the effect of the healing aura because you cast this directly where the aura was, dissipating it from where it is in reality. But the Chaos Cloud. The cloud, I'm pretty sure, can go around corners, but the wording of this is that no magical effect can extend through it. So I guess I'll give you the choice. You can choose to end your turn outside of the hut, or you can choose to end your turn within it. It's up to you. Some of the things on this table are positive, some of them are negative. I will let you choose what you want to do, whether you want to risk the possibility of a negative thing, or whether you potentially might get a good thing.
Yeah, the thing is, if I move outside of the hut, it dispels the hut completely. So I need to end the turn in the hut.
Okay, so then you end your turn in the hut. You don't
Yep.
get the effect of the Chaos Cloud roll. Just for anybody who's interested, rolling a 100, it's only relevant really to sorcerers, because you regain all of your sorcery points that have been expended on a 100.
Wow.
Being that you're not a sorcerer, I would have given you back the equivalent of like a total of like 5 total spell slots. So it would have been spend the 5 points across spell slots, so you could have a 3 and 2 1s, for instance. You're inside of a hut now, so you don't get it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
hope
Icarus
it's worth it.
maintains this spell. Taran is inside with Harian, but is blinded while inside. And that's the end of Harian's turn. We move on to Taran's turn. Taran is going to try again to hit this polymorph and has 2 spell slots left with which to use it. Taran is going to cast this and use another Arcana roll to potentially try and hit a 20, and we'll see now whether that is successful. Nope, that's another 10.
God.
Taran is going to chill inside of this hut then for the remainder of that turn, and it is now Icarus's turn. Icarus, you are within the Chaos Cloud, and you are also within Harian's radius, although I guess it's opaque from the outside, so no, you wouldn't be blinded from the outside of the hut. But you are going to end your turn within the Chaos Cloud if you don't move.
I'm gonna definitely move.
Mhm.
I'm gonna move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and then
Right.
just an extra square, because
Yeah, why
last
not?
time that really really didn't do me well when I
Really
didn't move that
helped
one
a
extra
great deal,
square.
didn't it? Yeah, it made a huge difference.
Well, to be fair, last time I didn't move that extra square, someone could hit me by one singular square. So
Mhm. Oh, I think I found what the setting was that was making you go quieter. It was hidden in Discord's basic settings. I've turned it off.
Oh.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah, trying to silence me. How dare it?
It's not even when I talk, it's when other people talk. So it was when other people were talking in the chat, it was making all of you quieter.
Oh.
I don't like that. Okay, so Icarus, what's your plan then while you're here?
I think I will throw another fireball. But can you upcast fireball or can I not upcast fireball?
It should say.
Yeah, you can upcast any spell.
Okay, I'd like to upcast fireball to a 4th level
Great.
spell slot.
So the benefit to upcasting means that if you don't have the spell slots at that level, you can still cast whatever spell it is. Only some spells actually give you a bonus for upcasting them. Thankfully, Fireball is one of those. So it means that you get an additional 1d6 on top of the damage you would have already rolled.
Yeah, Revivify is a 3rd level, and I never want that one to be
Yeah, you can't upcast
unavailable.
Revivify and get any extra bonus to it, but yeah, it is a 3rd level, so yeah, it would make sense, I guess. Yeah. So yeah, you've got Fireball. You want to use it?
Yeah.
Okay, roll that. Cast it. Okay, Kara is going to roll the dex save and doesn't succeed. Is she going to use a legendary resistance? She's got 2 left. Yes, she's going to burn through one of them.
Son of a bitch.
She's down to 1 left now. 1 more legendary resistance, but you're doing it. You're actually defeating this person slowly but surely. So you're going to cast this over here? That's not going to hit her at all.
No, I was trying to. I'd zoomed in too much, and then it told me, "Are you sure you want to quit Foundry?" And I was like, "No, no," and then it placed it.
So then, should we move it over here?
Yes, please.
Okay, because that was going to just kill a flump, and I don't think that the flumps have done anything to. Don't think they deserve that kind of treatment.
It makes me feel like they're made out of marshmallow because of fluff.
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess, yeah. They haven't rolled initiative either. There we go. They've rolled initiative now. Yeah. So they actually go after Lusmore, so they're like very close in their order.
Better initiative than me.
Yeah, they did. One of them rolled an 11. It was the one that I was rolling for.
Oh
yeah,
God.
they rolled an 11. Okay, right. So you cast the fireball. Roll damage, please. Have you rolled damage? I didn't see it. No, you haven't. Damage. So she takes half of that damage, that's 96. That's a lot of numbers there. But unfortunately, I don't think you broke the average. What is? Yeah, you're just under the average. But yeah, that's halved anyway. So that goes down to a 12 damage, which she takes. Okay, there we go. So yeah, she's going down. She's taking some damage, but it's taking time as well. You are outside of the radius, and you've got a bonus action.
I don't think I'm gonna take my bonus action.
Okay, it's now Lusmore's turn. Lusmore, what can you do, Lusmore? What can you do? I think that Lusmore senses that there is something going badly wrong in this situation right now, and is going to do his best to help. So he's going to use movement and Misty Step, because he gets a free Misty Step as part of his class feature. So he's going to use the Misty Step and his movement so that he can make his way inside of here to get into the Leomund's tiny hut. I assume, Harrion, you allow him inside?
But of course.
He goes inside and he's going to give Taran the help action. He's going to be scrambling around in the dark with Taran to try and help Taran with this thing. But yeah, we're gonna be resolving that as a flat roll rather than a roll with disadvantage. He should have rolled
Yep.
the polymorph one with disadvantage anyway. I believe. I'm just gonna double check on that. I want
Can
this
I
to
ask you a
be
genuine
fair and above board.
question?
Ability checks that require sight. Blinded creature can't see and automatically fail any ability check that requires sight. So that means that the sheer fact of you being here, Harian, means that that polymorph is never going to succeed.
Oh wow.
So Lusmore is here and is going to give the help action to Taran so that Taran can try and succeed with this. But it's going to mean that you're going to need to get out of here and move away, or it's not going to happen. Your turn happens before Taran's in the order, so you're going to need to move away on your next turn, or Taran's not going to be able to do this on their next turn.
Okay.
Okay, so that's Lusmore's turn. Goes over to there. It is now the Flump's turn. So I need to look at what the Flump's speed is. Okay, so they've got a fly speed of 30 and a walk speed of 5. So this Flump is going to move away from Fabius because they're frightened of you, Fabius. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 doesn't leave the radius. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So one of these Flumps needs to roll a D100, I guess. Which is ridiculous, because it's a fucking Flump. And the Flump rolled a 47, which, okay. Fuck me, man. For fuck's sake, I've got to find another fucking creature.
It's an
Right.
endless cycle.
Yeah, so a unicorn appears. Yeah, so a unicorn appears in a space within 5 feet of the Flump. It will disappear in the next minute. Fuck my life. Okay, so that's all the Flumps. It is now the polar bear's turn. Polar bear has just seen a unicorn appear directly in front of it.
Oh. Yeah. But I think it will run past the unicorn and try to move as close as it can to her and try to attack her again.
Okay, it's 50 feet away to get to her, so you've got 10 feet distance short.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's it for the polar bear then. It's closing in but can't make it there quite. It is now her turn again. So magical effects can't extend inside of the Learman's tiny hut. And she can't see anybody outside of the Learman's tiny hut besides those of you that are here, I guess. The end of her turn, the Chaos Cloud disappears as part of her legendary action. Because they only last for as long as the end of her next turn. But she's going to move over towards the people that she can see, and she's going to try and fuck you up. So she moves around the tiny hut and comes over here, and then closes in closer to here. She is going to use... so she's got... let me see. Okay. So, what she's going to do is, she's going to attack twice against Icarus with a tentacle attack, and then she's going to attack with a fling. So she attacks you twice. 24 to hit and 26 to hit. Both of those hit you. She rolls damage twice. You take 36 total damage. That takes you down to 34 health. And then with the fling, you need to make a dexterity save or take the damage and be knocked prone. she's going to not only pick you up and try and throw you, she's going to try and throw you at Fabius.
That's
I mean,
so-
at least I'll be close to the hut.
Say again?
At least I'll be closer to the hut.
Oh,
if
yeah,
she
well, true.
succeeds.
Okay, so one large or smaller smaller object held or a creature grappled by an Arcara is thrown up to 60 feet in a random direction and knocked prone. If a thrown target strikes a solid surface, the target takes 1d6 bludgeoning damage for every 10 feet it was thrown. If the target is thrown at another creature, that creature must succeed on a DC 18 dexterity saving throw or take the same damage and be knocked prone. So as part of this, she's going to try and grapple you. So you need to make an opposed athletics check against her. So that's just athletics normal. So click on your athletics on your main stat sheet, click normal, and she definitely beats you. So she's grappled you with this fling attack and throws you at Fabius. Fabius, you need to now make a dexterity saving throw and beat an 18. Meet or beat an 18. Okay, so you've not beaten an 18. That means that you both take... Okay, so you both take 1d6 damage, and you are both knocked prone. So that's 5 damage each. So she throws you at each other, and you are now both prone. So both of you take 5 health off what you had already. Also, Icarus, I need you to roll 3 concentration checks against the Shield of Faith.
Okay. So I was just mapping up my health.
Hey, you know, you're fine.
Concentration.
That's a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution. Saving.
Yeah. Okay.
On.
So we're going one
So
at a
then-
time on these. So it's the damage roll for the first tentacle attack was 15. Half of that is less than 10, so you needed to beat a 10. So you succeeded. The next one was a 21. So half of that is 10 and a half, so we ran down to 10. So again, you need a 10 on the next one. You beat it again. And then this one was a 5, so that again is a 10. So you need to beat it one more time with a 10. Lovely. Fabius, have you got any concentration spells running at the moment? Yeah, you've got Summon Beast.
Yeah, I have the.
You also didn't have Summon Beast prepared. You're going to need to pick another one of these to unprepare, because you didn't have that one ticked off.
I didn't.
You see on the right-hand side, just because it's in your spell sheet doesn't mean that you've got it prepared. It just means that you're aware of it. So on the right-hand side, there's a little sun icon. If it's unchecked, then it's grayed out. That means that you
But
didn't
I
have
thought
Summon
I
Beast ready.
only had enough spells so everyone would be prepared.
No.
Oh.
So as a druid, you are aware of every spell, but you at every long rest, you just prepare the ones that you intend to use before the next long rest after that.
Yeah.
So you
Oh.
need to pick one that you're going to undo, and we're not going to change this after this. So we'll be removing Animal Messenger for one, because you're not going to be using that before the end of this.
No.
And you need to pick, and I'm going to remove Summon Draconic Spirit, because you're not going to be using that either.
No.
So you've got to pick another spell on your list to unprepare. May I suggest a 3rd level? You've got 5 3rd levels, you've only got 2 3rd level spell slots.
Yeah. I don't think I'll be using daylight.
Okie
So-
dokie. So you've now got that back, but you need to do a concentration check to see if you can maintain concentration on the little polar bear dude that you've created. So it's a Constitution saving throw, and you need to beat a 10. With a 20, you beat it. Okay, so you both hold concentration on your spells. That's the end of her turn, and it is now Farlan's turn. Farlan, what are you doing?
I am gonna step out of the hut.
Yeah.
Let me close the window. So okay, I have to be out of the whole radius of this shit, right?
Well, he's inside of it, and it's opaque from the outside. So just so long as you are outside of the hut while he's in there, then that's fine. But as we've discussed, while he's in there with Tyron and the hut still exists, Tyron is going to be blinded and will automatically fail the ability checks.
So then I was there, right?
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20. So I will move to here. Hold on. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And then I will use Ice Storm.
Cool. I like it. She beats your dex save.
Which is there.
Yeah.
And she takes half damage.
Okay.
And also that area is now difficult terrain until the end of my next turn.
Okie dokie. I'm just making sure that she's not immune to any of this damage. Okay. Alright. So she takes half of that. Okay, so that's rounded down to 7. So that is that number. Okay. Alright. If that's the end of your turn.
Yeah.
Alright. Up to the top of the order, and before we get there, it is her legendary action again. So this time she's not going to be using the Chaos Cloud. It seems like it's not working for her right now. So instead she's going to use a Lightning Storm. She's going to cast this, and we're going to select the 3 people that she's going to try and hurt. She sees a bunch of flumps. And she sees, which she's very confused by, why the fuck are there flumps on the battlefield, and why the fuck is there a unicorn? But she's going to see Farlan, Fabius, and Icarus, and is going to cast Lightning Storm to hit each of you. So please roll a DC 23 Dexterity save.
You son of a bitch.
Fail, and Icarus, fail. The damage for that is 10 damage. Wow, you actually lucked out really well with that. 4d10, the maximum there was 40, and you got like 6 above the minimum.
Oh my gosh.
She rolled a 3, a 3, a 2, and a 2 on 4d10.
Oh, thank God.
And you can see that she's visibly enraged by this. Like, like so angry at the fact that she can't even kill you. And that's Fabius's turn. Fabius, you've just taken that damage. You're going to need to roll a con save, and Icarus the same. Farlan, are you concentrating on any spells right now?
No.
Okay, so then it's the 2 of you. Fabius succeeds. Icarus more than succeeds. 29. Holy shit, that's a 19 on the die.
I didn't even have to roll that.
You're concentrating the fuck out of this, man. Okay. So, yeah, that's great. Fabius, what's the crack? You are prone. It's going to take half your movement to stand up.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand up.
Okay, great. So you stand up. You've now got 15 feet of movement left. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna wild shape.
Brilliant. Okay, so you use the bonus action, wild shape. What are you wild shaping into?
To an elephant.
An elephant. Lovely. So we bring an elephant out onto the board, and I'm going to move your token over here just so that you can still see what the fuck's going on.
Just so you know, I'm just going to expend the usage of my wild shape because I've used it already twice.
Okay, cool. That's fine. So you are now here. but you can't stand inside of the hut as a large creature, so you're going to need to move back a bit.
Yeah.
So you are there.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've taken 5 feet of movement after standing. You've got 10 feet left. You are an elephant. What do you intend to do?
I intend to rage if I can. Can I do it now? Yes, it was a bonus action to.
So
to
it's a
wild shape.
bonus action to go into wild shape. It is a bonus action also to rage.
Oh,
Now,
it's a bonus action.
Yeah, to maintain your rage, you need to either give damage or receive damage.
Yeah,
Before the end
and
of
I
your
cannot
next turn.
attack her at the same
Yeah,
turn
before the
if
start of your next turn. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you won't be able to attack her, but you could try and bank on the idea that she's going to try and attack you. But that's a risk that you would have to take.
But then I can just attack her, since I still have my action left. Yeah.
If you've used 2 bonus actions, then we would be
But
replacing
if I don't
your action
rage,
for 1. Oh, if you don't rage, then yeah, you can attack her. Yeah.
yeah, then I'm gonna attack her.
Okay. Just checking. An elephant has a challenge rating of 4. You can cast up to 4.
Yeah, since I have the moon thingy, the
what thing?
circle of the moon.
Oh, the circle of the moon. Okay, right.
Yeah.
Okay. Where...
Then I could have like the third of my level of druid, since I am 12. I can do 4.
Yeah. That should be fine. I'm just double checking. Circle of the moon. Why is there some shit on my screen?
I
I'm
hope
just a
there's not
messy
shit
eater
on
on
your
my
screen.
computer or something. Okay. Divided by 3 rounded down. Yeah, absolutely. So you are an elephant. Fuck yeah. You've got 76 HP, an AC of 12, and movement of 40. So you can... You used half of your movement to stand up. You had to move backwards so there was enough room for you to wild shape. So that left you with a third of your movement left. If we're being generous, you've still got 15 feet left.
Then I can reach her.
You can, yeah. You're going to be... you can't walk through the Learman's tiny hut, or you destroy it. So you've got to move around Icarus. Which means that you wouldn't be able to get to her on this turn.
Okay, then I move a bit away from her. Okay, so I am at least...
Your attacks don't have the range. They're 5 feet.
No, but then I don't attack her in this turn.
No, that's fine. I'm just explaining that. So which direction do you want to go in then?
I can go upwards.
Yeah?
Yeah, and a bit on right. So I'm out of the cloud. Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Am I at least 20 feet from her now? Or no,
yes,
I need
you are 20 feet difference between you and her, yes.
Yeah, then. Good. Then I'm done.
So many wild shapes in the chat now. Wild shape. Yeah, so I know what you mean. It's the trampling charge. You move at least 20 feet straight towards, then you can gore her. Yeah, I get it. But yeah, we're not doing that right now. It is the end of your turn, and it is her opportunity to use another legendary action. She is going to use her tentacle attack, and she's going to attack Icarus again.
I'm
she
dead.
really wants you to lose concentration. So she's going to use the tentacle attack on you.
Oh my God.
She gets advantage on you because you are prone. So she's going to roll that one more time to see if she can crit. She doesn't crit. So instead she's going to roll damage against you. She rolls 16, which means you take 16 health off, again, Icarus. And she's going to... That's going to cause you to have another concentration check. So another con save, and remove 16 health. Icarus, do you care to tell everybody what your HP is right now?
3.
Oh
3.
shit.
And you've just rolled a nat 20. In all the times that you could have rolled a nat 20, you rolled it on this that you just needed a 10.
Well, at least if I
but
die, I've spited her. I'm
Yeah,
very concentrated.
You're really concentrating so hard on just defeating her. And it's
You
not gonna
wasted all your
notice.
time
Yeah,
trying to
it's-
make me lose concentration,
it's
and I
not gonna
died
notice.
concentrated.
Yeah, she's infuriated by all of this. You can see that the black smoke is like swirling in like rapid spins. Harian, your turn. Harian, your turn.
Yes. Sorry, I was coughing up a lung.
Okay.
I am gonna move out of the hut,
Yeah.
dispelling the hut, but I am. Can I ask what Terran's HP is right now?
Oh, that's
Probably not.
More than
not
3.
something that I can tell you.
No.
I have been telling you, so it's fine. I'll remind you, but it's 77. We shouldn't normally get into words of exact numbers, but yeah, it's fine. It's the last fight, so yeah, it's
Probably you
77
could
right
have
now.
looked.
Yeah, true. We could have looked. Anywho, I'm gonna run forwards and help Icarus to not die.
Okay, sounds like a good idea.
Please.
And that is at least so Terran is out of the blinding light, and
Yep.
the big bad evil person is in, and I am gonna cast Cure Wounds.
You cast Cure Wounds on Icarus.
Yeah,
Are you casting it at base level or upcasting it or anything like that?
I'm gonna upcast it to a second level at least.
Okay. Yeah, you don't have any spell slots available above that, do you?
No,
You're down to only first level spells now. Okay, so you cast that. Now click the healing, and we'll find out how much Icarus is healed by. 15! That's pretty good. So Icarus, you are healed by 15 HP.
Woo.
Woo.
Double
Uh,
digits.
You've moved, you have used an action, you've got bonus action left.
I think my polar bear disappeared also when I checked.
Oh yeah, because you can't keep spells up. True.
Mm.
Well, the flumps that were already terrified of you are even more now because they see a fucking elephant. Are you doing a bonus action? Yeah or no?
Yes,
up.
I am gonna attack with my bonus action using the Axe of Returning.
Okay. Using the what, sorry?
Axe of Returning.
That shouldn't be a bonus action.
It is.
It says at least it is.
It says it's a bonus action.
Once thrown in combat, this axe will return at the end of your turn without expending an action or a bonus action. That shouldn't say bonus action. Why are you getting that as a bonus action? It's an axe. It's still an action to throw an axe. I don't understand. I think it's because it's an offhand attack. You've not used the attack action for your action. You've used the spell for your action.
Yeah.
So that would have been a bonus action had you used the attack action on your turn. You didn't use that. You used a spell action. So an attack action gives you the offhand attack as a rogue, correct? But you don't get to do that this turn because unfortunately for you, you used a spell to help your friend and party member, your brother. So that's that. What are you doing? Any other bonus actions or no?
No, I do not have any.
Okay. Do you have any? You've got plenty of bardic inspiration,
Yeah,
and that's a bonus action.
and I will give that. We'll give Bardic Inspiration to Terran.
Great. Good idea. It is now Taran's turn. Taran has got one spell slot left with which to cast Polymorph. Taran is going to cast this using that one spell slot, and unfortunately, because Lusmore is inside of the blinding radius, Lusmore cannot give the help action. because Lusmore at the end of last turn was blinded, and so still has the blinded condition until his next turn. This means that Taran now has to roll this as a flat roll once more and try and beat a 20. However, Taran is going to add an additional 1d8 to this because of the Bardic Inspiration. So, Taran is now rolling 1d20 plus 1d8 plus 6. Because believe it or not, Taran is proficient in Arcana. So it gets a plus 6. So we're going to need to see now whether this hits a 20. And if it does, then Taran is able to forge these into something new. And if it doesn't, then gods help you.
Fuck.
Unfortunately, that is a 17. Taran takes all of these items and just in the pressure and in the blinding light and in the moment and all of these things combining against Taran, like the fates don't want Taran to succeed. Taran just like erupts in a scream of fury, quite reminiscent of Kara, in fact. You get to see the Tempest come out like ever so slightly, a bit more than it was before. And yeah, Taran is so incredibly frustrated by all of this, but he's going to try and move away anyway as part of his turn. So he's going to make some distance between him and Kara, so that at least if she goes after him, that she can't kill the rest of you guys. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's moving as far as he possibly can to keep her somewhere away from you. And it is now Icarus's turn. Icarus, what are you doing? You've got half of your movement will stand you up.
Yeah, I'll stand up.
Okay.
That's
You've got
15.
30 feet, 15 feet left, rather. Unless you take the dash action on your turn, you're going to be blinded at the end of your turn.
I'm gonna take the dash action. Is that like half of my action 15, and then if I take the dash action,
It
it's
would be
taken
15
30.
plus 30, so you would get
Okay.
45 speed.
So what? 1? No, it's 5. 5,
Yeah, 5.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45.
Yep.
Wait. Yeah. And then I'm gonna use Misty Step
Nice.
because I
That's another
can.
30 feet.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I did that in more of an arc, but this is where I wanted to end
Yeah.
up, so.
Okay. So you started here. You had 45 movement. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That was just 30 feet to just walk there.
Yeah, I don't know why I made that movement into an arc, but
Yeah. So you didn't need to do a Misty Step.
no,
You
I
could have just
didn't.
walked there.
I could have just walked there.
Yeah.
But I've done it now, so.
Also, I'm pretty sure that a Misty Step would have been an action, is it? Or is that bonus action?
It's a bonus action.
Okay, so then you could have done it. But at the same time, why would you?
Well, because I can. It
Yeah,
seems
just
cooler.
teleport from
They
5
can.
feet.
They did.
Yeah, teleport 5 feet in front of you. Okay, that's that's fine. So you've used action, bonus action, and movement. That's the end of your turn. It is now Lusmore's turn. Lusmore is going to try and move the fuck out of this blinding light, and move, I guess, towards Taran. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Lusmore's going to do whatever it takes to try and help Taran out, even though he doesn't have any spell slots left himself as Lusmore. He's there to try and help. What can he do regardless of that? There is nothing left in his spells. There is nothing left in his features or inventory, and he doesn't have any ranged attacks. So he's going to just come over here and offer the help action to whatever Taran is going to do next. That's going to be his action. Flumps. So the flumps are fucking off. So this guy has left the table because he's gone 30 feet off the table. This guy's going over there. And then this guy also leaves the table because it's going 30 feet off the table. The unicorn is just chilling. It's not in the combat. You all, like, sort of see the unicorn. It's like, oh, hey. My name's Lucius. Are you guys okay? This seems interesting. Lucius has got the most amazing flowing rainbow locks that you've ever seen. Like, the mane is just, like, tussling in the wind. There's no wind, but somehow he manages to find the one bit of wind that makes his mane look fucking sick. And he's
Just
just
like Karen.
hey. It's now Kara's turn. So Kara does not have any resistance or immunity to difficult terrain. However, that being said, she can also fly and hover, which is what she's been doing the whole time. So she can fly regardless of difficult terrain because she's flying over the top of it. She is going to chase down Taryn. She wants the boy dead. And she can make it to him.
No.
She makes it over to here.
God.
And she is going to attack Taryn. She's just going to use 3 tentacle attacks to try and end the boy. That's a nat 20,
Oh my
a
god.
23, and a 24. So we've got crit damage, and normal damage. That altogether is 46, 70, 80. 80 damage. And with that, what health did you give Taryn, by the way, Harrion? Did you heal? I don't remember if you did.
Guy's muted.
I don't remember.
Did you say that you did? You said cure wounds. Yeah, cure
15.
wounds.
15.
It was 15 health. I never added the 15 health.
Oh, thank
okay.
fuck.
So that would have brought him up to that. Okay, so he is not incapacitated. He would have been had you not healed him. So he is down to very, very low HP. We're still in double digits, but it's not looking great. Kara's got all of her legendary actions replenished because it's now her turn. She's outside of the blindness radius. It's back up to Farlan's turn. Farlan, what are you doing?
Can I ask you a question first of all?
Yeah.
Am I able to, you know how you said about prepared spells?
Yeah.
Am I able to swap out a spell that I definitely will not be using because other people have done that?
Other people have traded these things out because I've been like, hey, fuck off, dude. You can't be not preparing your spells properly. I guess you wouldn't have had that because of the fight that you've just had. If it makes sense to me that you would have traded out another spell, then crack on. But what is the spell that you want to trade out?
I want to get rid of Animal Messenger and put Healing Spirit in there.
Healing Spirit is what level?
2.
2. Okay. I'll allow it. This is the last time, though. Why do
That's
you have
okay.
5 new spells that don't have any descriptions on them?
I have no idea.
Clean
I
that
did
up.
not put them on here. Don't ask me. I don't know how to add or remove spells from
Clean
here.
that up right away. So you want Healing Spirit?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you haven't got it, but I'm pretty sure that Fabius does. So, yeah, there it is. Okay, there you go. Boop. Okay, so you've got Healing Spirit. What are you doing?
It has not appeared on my sheet.
Oh, maybe close it and open it again. It might have refreshed. Yeah, it's definitely there for me.
Nope.
Why not? It should be
No,
there.
idea.
Healing
It's not.
Spirit in 2nd level.
No.
Okay, what do you want to use it? Have you clicked on like action or bonus action or something? Have you got it filtered?
Oh, that'll be it, stupid boy.
There you go.
Let me read it one more time. Because it's between this and another spell, is my thing. Yeah, I guess I'll do that. And then where can I place it? 30 feet.
Anywhere within 60 feet of you.
Oh,
5
within
foot.
60 feet.
Yeah, when you first cast it, it's 60 feet. To move it on your turn following, you can then move it up to 30 feet.
So then I'll move so I can cast it a bit closer, you know?
Sure.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I'd need you to be like at least around the side of Kara, because at the moment you're looking directly through Kara. She's stood in the way. You can't really see where you're placing
okay.
it. So you were like here, I think, or were you above? You were.
I was
No.
above.
You were above. Okay, so to get 30 feet, you could do that to. Yeah, you can't do it over this line. You would need to. Yeah, I would need you to get to here, say,
Okay.
so that you can peek around the edge at the very least and put it
Okay.
next to Taran. But yeah, if that's where you're intending to put it anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. I would also say that yes, you would have the same blessing that Iris would have given to Fabius.
Cool. You said here.
Let me just move you there.
Yeah, thank you. So I will do that. Where
Yeah.
the fuck is it
and
gone
then
now?
you've got
Can it not?
Iris's aura. And I assume you want to put it on top of Taran?
Yeah, we pretend that it's, you know, I'm not gonna put it directly on it so you can just delete it.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Which
Okay.
is-
So that's great.
That's the bonus
blah, blah,
action,
blah,
right?
blah, spirit, blah, blah, blah. Until your spell ends, whenever you or a creature you can see moves into the spirit space for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, you can cause the spirit to restore 1d6 hit points. It will also have the extra bonus of your Holy Circlet.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, you've got that. It's got as many as, I think it's your Wisdom modifier plus 1. It's that many times that it can heal, which for you, that means 6, same as Fabius. So
Yeah.
you've got 6 heals that it can give total, but it's going to give a bonus every time.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's your movement, your bonus action. What's your action?
I was trying to think of things to try and do with divine intervention because I've not actually used it yet.
You used it in the last. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you did use it, but it failed.
No, I know. I used it when the vampires thing, but I haven't used it in this because we were talking about me using it and I didn't use it.
Right, but you succeeded.
Right. But then we
Yeah.
had downtime.
Oh yeah, you're right. Oh well, fuck me then. Okay, yeah, you can use it. It's not a spell; it's a feature of being a god.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can try and
Yeah.
use it. Yeah. Just give me the exact wording before you roll it.
Does it have? It has to be within the confines of my god powers, right?
Yes. Yes. Make it work for that, and we'll say yes. But if it's completely outside the confines of your god powers, then we've got a problem. But I can't imagine you finding difficulty with that. We've been going for about an hour and 35, if we subtract the amount of time that the countdown timer at the start of the thing is. So we'll probably got another couple of rounds if we do this quick.
Okay, so then oh fuck, I couldn't think of a way to word things. Okay, I'm gonna, instead of doing that, use
What do you want to happen?
well, in
Just
the
tell
ideal
me in
world,
Roman's words what you want to happen.
I fucking wanted that thing to have worked that Taryn's been trying to do.
Okay. I don't see why that wouldn't. You're
Okay.
you're the god of the underworld, and
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 the
of the
world.
land and all of that. That's the fabric of the universe. That's what you are trying to create this from. Is the power
Yeah.
of those things. You could try and channel them into this.
Yeah.
So it's up to you. You could try it. You just got to roll a 15 or less.
It's not gonna happen.
Ooh, very close. Very close. Unfortunately, you feel that this spark of divine light sort of tries to leave you, but unfortunately it stays put. There's something preventing this. And I'll give you a history check one more time.
It's never gonna happen ever in my whole entire life. See?
With a 2, unfortunately, no, it definitely does not.
And it will never work.
You've used
Unless I
movement,
get a nat
action, bonus
20.
action. You've used movement, action, bonus action. Kara is now just pissed. Has got all of her legendary actions back because it's just been the end of her turn.
Oh my god.
So she's now going to turn and attack you because she's pissed at the fact that you're trying to heal this guy. She's not happy about that. So she's going to. She can't move on her turn, but she can use a lightning storm against you. So she does so. She uses that. She uses that. And she's going to attack you. She's going to attack Icarus, and she's going to attack Harrion.
Oh my god.
Each of you roll the dex save, please.
Where was this
each of
13
you-
last time I rolled?
All of you fail your rolls, so you all take 25 damage. That means that Icarus is now incapacitated.
Son of a bitch.
So Icarus has been reduced to 0. Icarus, you are now unconscious and incapacitated. On your next turn, you'll be rolling death saves.
I mean, now I've got a plan for what I'm doing next.
That also
Okay.
means that Icarus's Shield of Faith drops because you drop concentration on any spell when you go unconscious and incapacitated. So that's the end of her turn. You can see this twisted smirk, trying to creep its way up her face. You see that there are there's the bearing of teeth there on the inside. But as all of this happens, Farlan, I'll give you a perception check.
Oh my god, bro. I've had enough today.
I can't give it to you on that, unfortunately, but you see that there is more to this. Something under the surface in Kara's aura spirit. That there's something else there. And that it's something that if you look hard enough, you might just find it. But no, right now, no answers, not with a 13. It is now Fabius's turn. Fabius, you're an elephant.
Are you a perceptive elephant, Fabius?
Elephants have a perception of 10, passive perception of 10, because their wisdom is 0.
Well, that's not very fair on elephants.
They've got
is
an
it?
11 on wisdom, so they get a +0.
Elephants,
elephants-
are wise.
Yeah.
Elephants never forget.
Lucius is looking at all of this and is like, "Wow, you're so cool."
At least I can look.
You can turn around for sure.
Phew.
You've not ended your turn within the aura, so you're not blind yet. But you are going to need to, at some point, make a move and decide what you're going to do. So what are you doing as an elephant?
First, I can do a perception check at her.
Okay, yeah, I'll allow it.
How do I do it as the elephant?
I mean, I could do it for you, I suppose. 16. With a 16, yeah, you can't communicate while in elephant form, while in creature form, right? Because you don't have telepathy.
No.
No, that's Farlan who's got that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you, with the eyes of an elephant, yeah, you did see something different in there. But what you see, I think, surprises you. when you look at Kara and you see the chaos and the miasma of black swirling death cloud and the necrosis in her skin and the white pale look of a dead person's eyes, and you see the sneering grin of somebody ready to kill all of her relatives. As all of the smoke swirls and twists and turns, for the first time, you start to see something underneath, and you see just a hint of white hair and blue skin.
Hmm. But I think I will move out of the blinding.
Mm-hmm. You've got 40-foot movement as an elephant.
Yeah, I cannot reach her this time anyway, right? No. No, it's more than 40. Okay.
Hang on.
Oh, I reach her just about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're 35 feet to get to her, so yeah, you can easily get to her. So then, are you
Then,
going to do your trampling charge?
yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Okay. So trampling charge, she needs to succeed on a strength save. I'll let you know right now. She has a strength score of 30, which gives her a plus 10 to this. She needs to roll a nat 1 or a 2 for this to be a failure. She rolls a 28 total.
Yeah.
So she
But-
succeeds,
Uh,
but it's still a gore attack.
yeah.
So you need to attack with a gore attack and actually hit for that to have meant anything. And unfortunately you missed, so it wouldn't have made any difference. You wouldn't have actually been able to attempt the trampling charge because you didn't hit her in the first place. So you've moved. You've taken your ability check to see that perception. You are unable to communicate that to anybody unless you drop your wild shape and tell them on your turn.
And then that I won't.
Okay. Then it is Harrian's turn.
Okay. So we got one person knocked out.
Yeah, incapacitated, making death saves.
Yeah. Hmm. I'm contemplating about using divine intervention,
Okay.
and
I will also say everybody is free to make a single ability check of their choice on their turn.
Oh my god, bro! I forgot we could fucking do that.
Like, I'm not here to game the system and give you suggestions of what to do. Like I told you, you got to figure it out for yourself, or it's cheap.
Son of a bitch.
It'll be a cheap.
yeah, I'm gonna do a
But I'll remind
perception
you
check
now
first.
that
Then
we've got this turn, we've got this like round of combat, and then probably another one if we can get through it quick. So
Yeah.
it depends on how long you each take to belabor your turns and tell me for 15 minutes how you're going to do one thing. So
Yeah.
tell me what you want to do, and tell me which ability check you want to make, if any.
Okay, I'm making a perception check first.
Roll it. 30. Holy shit.
Whoa!
Holy shit. So, Harian, with your innate sensibility of change and the morphology of the world and the divine domain that you stand over and above and through and within, you are, in essence, the essence of change. You are change itself. You are the creature, the being that brought it about, that brought about this ability to morph and see the world in different ways and see yourself in different ways within that. And as you see Kara, for the first time in this battle, and the first time really ever, you see this swirling tide of blackness, but your eyes pierce through it. And with a 30, which is the DC for an impossible task within D&D, as written in the rules, you see the person beneath for the first time. You don't see this awful chaotic, corrupted Kara on the outside, what you see is the Yuri beneath. You see a slender, slim female, or female presenting at least. Gods are kind of genderless. You see a female presenting, slender, air genasi looking person. They
Oh my
look
god, Nick.
blue skinned. They have a shock of white hair that is tied up and plaited in the back in kind of a Nordic sort of sense. You see white glowing eyes, and you see a person afraid, terrified. They look like they are just about holding it together, but they look like there is something that is keeping them from being able to talk to any of you or be a part of any of this. Like there is just an innate corruption to the idea of entropy itself, and being a twin of someone that was taken from them in such an awful, terrible way, that being the god sister to that god that died, the creator god, the builder, the maker, the universe creator. That rhymed, and I'm very impressed with myself. You see the Yuri beneath all of it. You see the Yuri that got corrupted by the hatred, the Yuri that got corrupted by the uncertainty and the lack of faith and the years of wandering the cosmos alone with nobody to console them, with nobody to explain to them that it was not their fault, that their brother didn't die in vain and their brother didn't die for no reason. You see the Yuri beneath all of it, and you see the Yuri that is terrified and wants to come out but can't. You know in your heart of hearts, seeing this, that Buri is on the battlefield with you and has been with you for a very long time. And all it takes is some godly magic and the fabric of the universe to bring them about and to end this.
So my text message the other day was right with the second thing that I said. Oh
Okay.
my God. I feel so validated right now.
Well, the gods of this universe don't pay attention to your fucking text messages, alright?
You are.
That's metagaming, you motherfucker. The gods of this
I
universe
know
don't
that
pay
you
attention to
listen.
your
I
texts.
know that you would never tell me, but you asked me to tell you what I was thinking and what that I did.
Yeah, and you hit the nail on the head.
Mm.
With the second thing you thought of.
Oh yeah, the first thing was always going to be far fetched, bro.
Now, I'm also going to point this out to you, David, as a common theme throughout this entire campaign. You guys have been discovering things on a solo check, and you've had faltering starts at telling everybody else in the party what you've discovered. Now, a moment ago, Fabius discovered a little bit of blue skin and chose not to get out of animal form to tell other people. I'm going to ask you now, will you get out of whatever is in your head right now and tell everybody around you what's going on?
Yes.
Okay. I'll leave it to you to make that speech, or if you want to just say, you just info dump and everybody gets it.
I just info dump. I just blurt everything.
Okay.
And
As
everyone
you-
goes, ah.
As you shout this out, you see Kara look at you with a sneering look, and she locks eyes directly with you, Harian, in the fiercest look of this entire thing. You see the look, everybody here that is conscious at least, sees the look of a person wholly consumed with a rage that will not abide and will not abate, and she is going to do everything in her power to kill you the next chance she gets.
Oh, wonderful.
Not cool.
Good God. Well,
So
as I said
I'll ask you this as DM. What do you intend to get done in your turn? What is the thing that you want to do the best, the most?
I will try to use my divine intervention
Okay.
to change some.
I will give you another free ability check. and I only need you to beat an 18 on this. Okay?
Okay.
I will give you a history check. Now, if you can beat an 18, or even better, a 20 on a history check, and I will give it to you with advantage. No, I'll say 20 because it's with advantage. I'll give it to you with advantage because you got a 30 on your perception, which is fucking crazy.
Yeah. Okay.
Everybody, channel your good luck towards Harry. Give Harry and all of the good luck. This could be it. This could be the moment. With advantage, unfortunately, you don't get it. You don't even get the lower of the two. That is unfortunate. You rolled a nat 1 and a 12.
Yeah.
So you may continue with your thing. I won't give you the information that you have been searching for. That Farlan has also been searching for.
So,
Also,
as
by
I
the
said,
way, Taran has been stunned into silence by all of that. That's why you've not heard any reaction from Taran. Taran is just completely stunned by all of this.
So, with me knowing at least this, I will try to use my divine intervention to change something.
Okay. What do you want to change?
I want to change, seeing as I feel in my heart of hearts that Burry is here with us. I want to change it so that he becomes visible to us.
Okay. That's great. Do it up. Roll the formula. 15 or lower.
Let's pray.
Ooh.
Oh, good
Fortunately,
God.
you feel that this divine, spark of you, again, is faltering to leave. It's like it's there, it's trying to get out of you, but it just can't. And you can't place your finger on why, but there's a reason. Now, what are you going to do with the rest of your turn? You've still got movement.
Yeah.
And you've still got a bonus action.
I am going to move.
You could give a bardic inspiration, for instance.
Yeah.
Or you can bonus action dash to get away from Kara.
I'm going to bonus action dash towards Icarus to try and heal, I guess, and just...
Well, you've used your divine intervention, so you can't do that on this turn.
No, but I'm going to move towards them and then give maybe Taran some more bardic inspiration.
You can actually get to Icarus with just your movement. You don't need to dash. You've still got a bonus action after that.
Okay, then I will...
I'm going to wake up blind.
No, it's if you end your turn there. It's only if you end your turn there. Okay, so you've still got a bonus action.
Yeah, and I have Healing Word as bonus action.
So you cast Healing Word?
Yep.
Okay. Then you cast Healing Word, and you give how much healing? 8. Icarus, you're back up with 8 hit points. Before you even start your next turn, that means that you actually get a turn. It is now Taran's turn. Taran, with all of this, is just shedding tears now. No longer silent, no longer unable to figure this out. Taran starts to sort of... You see in, that 1,000-yard stare of a person who is starting to recall things. And I'm going to give Taran a history check to see if Taran can figure this out.
Please,
now, Taran
God.
is not proficient in this. Taran has half proficiency, which means that Taran gets a bonus of +4. Now, Taran was given the help action by Lusmore for the next thing that they were going to try and do. That was the wording I said. The next thing they were going to try and do. Now, they don't have any spell slots left. Taran can't do polymorph. They don't have any of the spell slots required. They've got 4 first level, 1 second, 3 third, and no 4th, 5th, or 6th left. They did have all of that. They had I think they had 2 of 4th and 1 of 6th, and they've used those to try and use polymorph, which is a 4th level spell. So unfortunately, no more spell slots for Taran. However, if they're able to do a history check with advantage because of the help action, then they might just be able to figure out what it is that you guys are missing in all of this. So, We are going to put this to the advantage, and it's only going to be D20 plus 4. If Taran manages to get a 20, then Taran will recall the information you need, and this fight might just be over. Everybody cross everything you've got. Even cross your eyes if you need to. And I've got my fingers crossed. With a
Oh my
21.
God!
With a 21, Taran, as all of these memories flash through Taran's mind, as all of these lifetimes that he's missed, that he's not been with you, that he's been separated from each of you on those timelines, as all of the history of abuse, and all of the history of being stabbed in the back, and of being a god before all of that, returns, and he recalls all of the creation of the universe and all of the gods like him that appeared and became a part of the world and the fabric of creation with him and alongside him and as a part of him. He also remembers the pact that was agreed on. The pact that was agreed on between the old gods and the new. And the fact that if the old gods, you, came back and defeated the new gods within 1,000 lifetimes, then you would regain your command of the heavens and of the earth. You have defeated them. All of you are gods. You just need to bring it out. None of you have pushed that final button inside of yourselves and have created yourselves to be the gods that you actually are now. You have fought the fight. You have beaten the new gods. You have fulfilled the contract. They said that if you beat them within 1,000 lifetimes, you would get your god power back. This is lifetime number 999, baby. You're all fucking gods. Fucking act like it. Taran explodes with all of this fucking knowledge and is like, holy shit! I am Buri! And you all see this fucking, the billowing cloak and the hair, flowing in the wind. It all just turns up to 11 as Taran becomes Buri. Becomes this being of light, becomes this being of pure creation, and stands ahead of an Alcara, and just sort of drops to his knees, and reaches out a hand to her, and says, Yuri, it's me. It's okay. I'm here. I'm not dead. You can be with me. It's fine. Let's let all of this go, yeah? Let's just be us, and be good this time. We'll do it better. We'll do it right. We'll make sure that the world doesn't fall apart. We'll be there for each other, and we'll be there for everybody that we created below. I know that you're in there, and I believe in you. I just want to be your brother again. And Taran is going to roll a persuasion, and is going to roll it with advantage. And this time, persuasion might actually work on a fucking god. That's an 18. And with an 18, you see an Alcara, and all of the fury, and all of the crazy black mist, and all of the smoke, and all of the anger, and all of the fury, and everything in and around it melt away. And you see, emerging from that, a small, slender air genasi with beautiful hair, with a soft look on her face, with bluey green and purple clothing, just approach her brother and embrace him. And the two of them collapse to their knees and cry tears that have been held back for generations and millennia. And this battle is over. You have all succeeded. You have beaten this campaign. But there's some things to clean up first. You're all gods now, so you've got to start acting like it. Fabius, I'm going to assume you turn back out of elephant form and turn into a real ass fucking Squirian, right?
Yeah.
Then great. I'm going to say that Lucius turns to all of you and goes, "This is beautiful, guys." Oh no, I'm disappearing. Oh no, and disappears. One of the flumps is no longer terrified of you as a god and comes over to Fabius and becomes your first god follower in this new world. Harrion no longer blinds people by the fact of being glowing, but rather blinds people by the charisma of his presence. You each now have the floor. Whatever each of you want to do, whatever your belief in how this universe should be formed from this point forwards, is yours to decide. And I am going to give you each the floor. I'm not going to say a word. You tell me how you want this universe to be formed from here on in. If you've got any questions, throw them at me. Otherwise, it's all yours, baby.
I guess I can start by saying that being the god of change, I want people in this world to embrace change, the changing of the seasons, the changing of life, of age, and just change in general. Embrace it, empower it, and be whoever you want to be, no matter how you are born, no matter who you are, but who you want to be. And live up to those ideals and strive towards it. Those are my contributions to this new world.
With that, Iris, in spirit form, walks over to you, places her hand in yours, and Wolfie nuzzles his muzzle up against your hand as well. The two of them give you a knowing smile and a loving nod. Iris finally gives you a hug, something you've never had of Iris before. And she disappears into mist and light and returns back to her life in the afterlife. You see that the world beneath you becomes filled with life and culture and light and change. People are accepting of each other and accepting of themselves more than anything. You see that people get to live out their days being whatever they choose, however they choose it, and people don't feel like they are held in some awful agreement with some awful group like a thieves guild, or held to the memory of a loved one lost, as in a sword that you never saw returned. Right now, you can will it into existence, and it will always be at your side.
And then I do so.
Notice
Bring back
turns
what was
into-
once lost.
Notice turns into that loving sword of your lost relative, and it will always be there at your side, not as a weapon to stand against the evils of the world, but as a symbol of the person that you lived and loved as yourself, and that other people can do the same. Who is next?
Guess I'll go next. I want to bring as much prosperity to the earth that I can, given how shit the resources used to be. As someone who's in charge of, the earth and sea, sky, and plants, I want to make things thrive. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, go on.
I guess that, I don't know, I kind of sense a kind of peace that comes with that being restored. There's no need for people to scavenge around and things like that. There's resources that are plentiful.
Yeah.
And the destroyed areas from our initial first part when we died, I'd quite like that to be, restored so that none of our families that were there are dead.
You see, as you will all of this into existence, that as you were traveling through each of those realms, there was time dilation going on, remember? That when you went to the Undying Lands, you got to spend as many decades as you wanted, and only a minute would have passed in reality. That destroyed world, when you all died, you died at the point of impact. You died at the point that it all erupted. So in actual fact, it's all frozen in time, strictly speaking. That time has only really been passed by a few minutes by now, and all of it can be rolled back. But what's more, you never looked through the doorway between worlds. You never looked into the other worlds that existed. You never looked back to High Singaran. You never went back to High Singaran. The truth is that each of these realms, as they were falling away from you, they were falling to somewhere, not from somewhere. They weren't going out of all existence. They were returning to where they should have been all along. Each of them returns to the material realm. They all go back to how they should have been in the first place. You see rolling tides with beautiful merfolk, and you see at the head of one of the greatest vessels that roams those lands, your old friend, Alyra. You see within the buildings and the halls of these destroyed places that people put their idea of change and of prosperity that they have now regained into rebuilding these things and finding new life within the world. And speaking of new life, you find that all of this change and all of this prosperity means that none of these creatures are flipped on their heads anymore. The prey are not attacking the predators, and these creatures aren't acting out of their norm. All of this happens because you willed it so, and because you travelled heavens and earth to make it so. And it's all beautiful. All of it just flourishes, and it's amazing to behold. Who's next? Icarus or Fabius? Yeah,
I
Icarus,
can
yeah, go for
go
it.
next. Well, I think I would like to bring light to all those want to need it. You know, brighten up their dark times, unmetaphorically.
You are also the god of joy.
And
So it makes sense that
metaphorically.
it would be... Yeah, it would make sense that it would be literal and metaphorical.
And make sure that they're, you know, bursting with life.
You see that the life doesn't just take form in joy and in light, that the light makes plants grow better, and it makes people go outdoors and enjoy that plant life and enjoy the new flourishing life and plant life that they see around them. People go out into the world and meet each other and see new things and experience new places that they just literally didn't exist like 5 minutes ago. They start to experience the fact that not only can this world be a place of beauty, and not only can they change themselves, but they can change the world around them, and they find great joy in that. And you and your two other god friends who have contributed towards this so far, each sort of combine forces and make all of it a force for joy, and a force for light, and a force for rejoicing. Do you think you keep the lycanthropy, or do you think you cast that off now?
I will cast that aside as I no longer need that in my godliness.
I think you sort of like, you see this fluff that's like attached to you, and the fluffy behemoth that you remember, and you kind of, there's so much joy in the world, you don't need rage anymore. You just sort of shake that shit off, and it falls to the ground and blows off in the wind.
I can't believe I never attacked anyone the entire campaign. I'm pretty happy with my
Yeah,
with my
I know,
gamble
right?
there.
It's fucking crazy. And
Paid
believe it or
off.
believe you me, I've changed the rules now in home rules. It's now a 1, and then it goes up by 1 every time that they succeed. So eventually, if they keep succeeding, it'll be a 20 that they would end up rolling. It'll just be inevitable. And it was because you kept on succeeding that I changed that rule. So you've been a force for change in the world, in my world as well. Finally, Fabius. What does Fabius do in their domain?
Yeah, I was thinking about like that Farlan was like making the world more, yeah, more naturey and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to fill the world with all the different creatures that can live there
I love
in
that.
harmony and be nice. Yeah.
I absolutely love that. The world is filled again with these creatures that no longer fear the unseen. They no longer live in the dark corners and attack anybody that comes at them. People no longer feel, and I think because you're also the god of the soul, I think that you make the between you and Farlan, you probably work on the underlife, the afterlife, right?
Yeah.
I was
Yes,
going to say one thing to do
Yeah.
with that. Is there a possibility that we could potentially bring Fabius's brothers back?
Of course, you're the gods.
I feel like them reunited would be probably a really good thing for them.
I think that to really round this out perfectly, you have recreated the rolling hills and countrysides of the world. You have reunited Buri with Yuri once more. You have created life and prosperity and change in a positive way. You have prevented the deaths of loved ones and of those above and below in all senses. And I think you probably realize now, probably something that you never realized before all of this, when you were the old gods before it all went down. Something that you really could do with more of. You never really just celebrated in the fact that you made it. You never really just stood by and watched and were like, do you know what? We actually did a really fucking good job. And this place would be, a lot worse off without us. And maybe we should be a part of this more. So with Icarus's sunlight and Fabius's creatures and Harion's sense of change and Farlan's beautiful rolling hillsides, you all go down to the material plane and you stand among the creations that you have brought upon this world and the love and the beauty that comes with that. And you all have a loving reunion with those in the spirit world and those not. You bring them all to you, and you all get one day where you get to relax and be yourselves and reminisce and find beauty in all of the things that you have seen and done and loved and lost. And all apart from all of it, you get to just be you again. With all of the things that you've been doing and all of the things that you've been going through, you never really got a chance to think about your families. You were always thinking about the betterment of the realm. Now you've got it all. You can do it all. And you've got an infinite time to do it with. Has anybody got any final words to say before we finish off this campaign?
I guess what would make sense is for me to actually go over to, a certain couple of Air Genasi, whether one of them wants to speak to me or not anymore. And sort of say, whatever happened between us before, you'll always be my siblings, and whether you want to be Terran or you want to be Buri, you'll always be my brother.
before you even finish what you were saying, they both wrap you in an enormous hug. Both of them, tears streaming down their faces, covering your shoulders in just the most, literally an ungodly amount of tears. You get like a proper wet patch because you are so much taller than both of those, but they're like wrapped up in you, and they're wrapped up in each other, and the two of them just whisper to you together, like twins would. No apology is needed. You will always be our sibling. You will always be our family. There were bad things that happened, but those were in the past, and you made it right. So let's move on, and let's make this place the absolute best thing that it's ever been. And let's do it together. And with that, that's the end of our campaign. Thank all of you. I want to thank all of you for being here for it. It's been a labor of love for me, and I hope that it's been fun for you and not all toil and terrible and, you know, cursing the dice at every turn. But I've got to tell you, that roll of a 30 by Harrion really fucking did it.
Yeah.
You can't beat a 30 when you're doing a perception to try and see the inner person within. So yeah, you fucking nailed it. Out of all of the shit and all of the, you know, like, shenanigans and bullshittery, I think you all really pulled it out, and I'm very proud of you for doing it. Thank you again for being here, and for being a part of this, my very first campaign. You will always be my first players. No one could ever take that from you. I'm going to move on now to other players and try and bring them into the fold. But
Hell yeah.
that's in time. But for now, thank you all so much, and give yourselves a pat on the back and a round of applause, because I swear to God, you fucking nailed it, and you fixed the universe for everybody.
Hey, we didn't die.
It's been a journey and a half. Jesus.
Some of you nearly died, for real.
I know.
You didn't stay dead.
Yay!
Yay! Yeah, you didn't even need to do death saves, because Harrion like dropped everything and came over to heal you. That was not in Harrion's character at the start of this campaign. Big
Nope.
changes. Everybody has learned what they needed to learn, I think, as characters.
I feel
not
like
as players.
Icarus would have forgiven you for defiling the sun for that.
So yeah, I think probably that's it for all of it. How's everyone feeling?
I was crying
Really
when
good.
they reunited, bro.
Oh, yeah. To be
I
honest,
think-
I was fighting back the tears as well.
I think it's fun that we've played more than a year, but we
Oh, wow.
still feel like beginners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. I feel like I learned so much more doing this than I ever would have by watching it. You know,
Yeah.
it's been a learning curve for
Absolutely.
me, but I certainly think that it was worth it.
This has inspired me to maybe possibly, now that I'm home, possibly write my own campaign.
You definitely should. And I
let
tell you
me
what,
play, please.
there is somebody else who in the other campaign who called Shen or Shinli Zoe, who
Mm.
I have also inspired to run her own campaign. She's starting it now, and she's got session 1 coming soon.
Wow, nice.
So I'm just very pleased for the game of D&D that we get more and more people to come and join us in the sun, because it is honestly the best fucking game and the most emotional time and the best use of an hour in your day that you could ever possibly fucking do. So I'm just very, very happy that you managed to beat the big bad. And I will also tell you that there was a red herring in all of this, was going to be Gravar.
Yeah.
I thought that it took away from the finale that you've had, but he was going to come out and be the real big bad, because all of the people that you were killing and sending to him by the cause of your blood pact, he was stitching them together to make into a human centipede level creature.
Oh God.
When you
Luke.
went
You're
into
sick, twisted mind.
when you first went into that cathedral that he was in the Fey Realm, You were walking on a shaky ground in the dark. None of you looked at what the actual ground was made of. You were walking on living undead bodies that had been sewn
Oh
together.
my god.
Also, Nyaloth was the reason that there was a Fey influence with the Lusmore and Michael making their way here. It was Nyaloth that did it because Nyaloth wanted Michael to kill them, to kill you. Michael was trying to use Remove Curse to get rid of Icarus's
Wow. Bad talk,
lycanthropy. Because if Michael could have gotten rid of Icarus's lycanthropy, then Icarus was no longer immune to non-magical damage, and Michael could kill you.
Yeah.
Pretty easily. I'm like
Yeah.
frail.
You're not frail. You've got so much fucking health compared to everybody here.
Which is so funny.
And you
given
can
the
heal
fact that
yourself
you were the one that
with
nearly
lay on hands.
died.
You can heal
I
yourself
was
for like
on-
65 health.
I was on nearly full HP for like so long
Yeah,
until today,
yeah.
which is crazy to me because
Yeah.
I'm normally the one that's fucked.
Well, the thing is, I have to play it as the character would play it, and if the bad guy is a doofus, then they're not going to recognize the strategic benefit of killing the most, powerful magic users here.
Yeah.
And so, like the shapeshifter isn't going to shy away from a fight because they're not going to know that you've got Moonbeam or whatever it was that's going to give them double damage. Like, there's
Yeah.
going to be so many different fights that you are going to have the upper hand because you know what you know and they don't. And I have to
Yeah.
play it that way. I have to be the person to say, actually, no, I don't know what that is. I don't know that information. And I have to try and play it that way. But that was it with Anarkara. Anarkara is a fucking god. Of course she knows all of that information. She's been watching you for millennia. Yes, she knows all of your weaknesses. Yes, she's going to go after them. And yes, she's going to take out the biggest threats, but she's also going to be emotionally driven and try and kill the people that she's just pissed off at.
Can I ask
Yeah.
how long has Burry been Burry?
How long has Buri been Buri? Like in terms of the campaign or in terms of
In terms of you planning?
In terms of me planning? It's probably been... It probably came out about a few sessions after Taran appeared.
Okay, so what about when he was zombified?
When he was zombified? Yeah, then too.
So if he hadn't have been transformed back, then what the fuck would have happened?
Buri would be dead.
Again.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So yeah, that was that. You would have lost a big part of it. And I gave you so many things, and yeah, one of you just I can't remember who it was, but you really took a shit on that moment when Taran walked away from you when they were taken over by Belladonna's vines and wanted to go towards Belladonna. Yeah. So there we go. That's the end of the campaign. Story concluded. Happy ending. Well done, everybody.
Really crazy.
That's it from me. Unless anybody's got anything else that they need to say, that's it for all of us.
It feels like it's not over though. You know it is.
I'm afraid it is over.
Yeah, feels weird.
Mm.
Yeah, no more Monday meetups.
No.
You'll just be in the middle of one of your other sessions. You'll hear bidding, 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 and it'll be us listening.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, look, if any of you do decide to make a new campaign, then consider me in for a player. But I'm gonna wreck your shit because I know behind the screen and I know all of the rules, and I'm gonna fucking destroy you with metagaming bullshit. No, I'm not. No metagaming, but I'm definitely gonna min-max my character to hell and back. I
I
want
was
to make
like,
someone
bro,
fucking
the
broken.
fucking stickler for the rules is gonna metagame. I think not.
No, yeah, no, I wouldn't metagame, but I would definitely, I'd definitely try and make someone as broken as possible while also being a complete dick. Like, I want to make like a gnome who is also a barbarian, and they've got like a 7-foot tall axe.
Dude,
but they're
Dude.
like only 2 feet tall themselves, and so they're like walking around pretending that they're really tall because they measure their height based on their weapon and not on their height
I
themselves.
didn't fucking tell you. I started doing a mini campaign with my friend Will,
Yeah,
and one of our play was this just is me, Damien, and our friend Amy.
yeah.
And Amy is playing a gnome who is a barbarian.
Nice.
But
Love it.
he-
Also, I
he's
do
from
also want to make
Africa.
I want to make a sorcerer, but I want to make a sorcerer who's like doesn't realize that they're a sorcerer. That like
Yeah.
because sorcery isn't when you're a sorcerer, you don't learn how to do it. You just have magic as like your personality is just strong enough that you've just got a shit ton of magic about you, right?
Yeah.
Like you were born magically innate to all of that. I kind of like the idea of making a character who has no idea why the magic comes out, but for some reason it keeps coming out. And I also like the idea of it always being on a theme of like it's always fire-based magic. Like, you know, someone tries to teach them to be a wizard and they go to wizard's college because they want to learn magic, but they can't learn a fucking thing because for some reason it just doesn't go in. Like they have difficulty learning or, you know, whatever. And yeah, or they're dyslexic and can't read the books. And they're, you know, like, okay, use the light cantrip. And so they just like make a flame and they're like, I mean, yeah, okay. That works as well. It still lights up an area. Yeah. I kinda like the idea of that. Of just a doofus, a
You
bumbling
know,
doofus.
so when I rolled up my character sheet, which I did that mostly by myself. Are you proud of me? I was really bad at it, but I did
Yeah.
it.
I am very proud.
My character is a kobold. Oh my god, I need to
Oh,
info
nice.
so bad. I need to info dump to you so bad. Oh my god. So when you make a kobold, you can actually give them a cantrip from the sorcerer's spell sheet because it's a
Okay.
kobold trait.
Yeah.
Which is not important, but I just thought that was really fucking cool. And also, you as a bonus action, you can just scream, and it means that you and your people, you have advantage over people 10 foot away from you on attack rolls.
Nice.
And they have disadvantage against you because you yelled at them, basically.
That's great.
Yeah. But I'm gonna read you his little character bio because I think that I'm really funny. Okay.
Yeah.
So my character is called Tankard, right?
Yeah.
But his last name is Ale. So
Yeah.
his name is Tankard Tank Ale.
Nice.
But everyone pronounces it as Tankard and Tank, respectively.
Yeah.
So his name is literally Tankard Ale. The reason
Nice.
his name is Tankard Ale is because he was found in the bottom of an ale barrel by his adoptive parents.
Nice.
And they were gonna call him Barrel, but you know his twin siblings already are called Barrel and Bottle, so couldn't really do
great.
that. And his dad is called Pora Ale, and his mum is called Mora Ale. So
Oh, nice. More ale.
more ale and poor ale.
Nice. I love that.
Yeah. And in the first session that we did, like he doesn't know who his birth parents are, and he doesn't really have an interest because they just sort of left him. So he doesn't remember any of that anyway. But we literally just had one little mini session.
Yeah.
And the whole premise is like your classic, oh, go kill the dragon kind of thing.
Yeah, of course.
And we were climbing up these steps, and we all rolled really shit, so we're taking forever to get up these steps. And so my guy's a little rogue with kobold riz, which means that he tries to flirt, but he's kind of bad at it. So he kind of his whole thing is like he'll steal from you and then be like, "Hey, queen, you dropped this," and like give you like half of the money back.
That's fucking awful. That's so bad. That's so toxic. Jesus fuck.
give you half.
Oh god. Okay. Yeah, fair.
But anyway, he uses it because his whole family kind of have like a little crime syndicate thing going within their tavern. Which means that they hardly get any customs anymore because everyone's like, you keep charging the fuck out of us for everything. We're not going to be here anymore. So most money goes back into that so that his family don't, starve. Anyway, so they're going up these stairs, and so I start like looting all of the bags on the stairs and things like that.
Yeah.
And I open one up, and inside is a fucking turtle egg all on its own.
Okay.
And I just go, oh, for fuck's sake. And I put the bag on my back and I take it with me because that is literally a child. That is a child that has been abandoned. That's his whole thing. That's his whole thing. So we can't just leave it. So now I have a fucking child. We are one
Fair enough.
session in and I have a child that is not hatched yet.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's definitely a way of doing things, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's it from me. I'm going to bid you all good night and farewell. I will definitely be seeing you all around.
Well, you'll be seeing me on Saturday.
Yeah, but you're... Wait, Saturday? Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
Zine Fest, right.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, you go
yeah,
to the Zine Fair too?
yeah,
Yes.
Best.
selling some. And some of our
We've
wares
got our
from
own fucking
Thingy.
table.
Yeah.
I've been volunteered to man the uni table for a bit.
Nice.
Yeah.
Um,
It's until
Yeah.
5, right?
Lauren was like, Lauren, do you
what
want
time does it
to man
start?
this table? And I
Well,
was like, I can't say
12.
no.
I don't finish work until 10 in the morning, so I'm gonna try get the train straight from work up into Derby.
So what time does it start again? 12.
12, yeah.
Okay.
I will try and be there as early as possible, but obviously I have all the stuff at home, so
Yeah.
we may be a little late setting up. Hopefully not, but
Well, I mean,
Have
I
some
could
time,
pick you up.
yeah,
We can talk about it later. It's late.
okay.
So, thank you everybody for being here and for going on my ridiculous quest and for seeing my ridiculous people and hearing my ridiculous voices. Thanks for putting up with the fact that I tried to kill you every single day of the week, basically. And thanks for being my first players and for trusting me to DM for you effectively. I am very grateful for the fact that you gave me the opportunity to be a DM in the first place, and I'm even more grateful that I got to do it with people that I already considered friends. So thank you very much. I am now going to go, and I don't know what I'm going to do with the rest of my evening, but it's going to be good.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah. I hope you all have similar evenings. Thank
Yes.
you very much. This recording is
Appreciate
going to
that.
go up as the same as the rest of them did, unlisted. So it will still have the links available there on my YouTube. And you can link anybody to it that you want to link to it. But it's never going to go public, so you can rest easy that it's always going to be there for you to look back on with reminiscing eyes, if you wish. But
Can you do one more thing before you go?
what's that?
Can you hit another Benny, please?
Benny. Yeah, so you all get to be gods again. And yeah, of course, like you get Huo. Is it the killing time? And yeah, you've got all of the pirates and all of the everything, basically. Everybody there. Anyway, I'm gonna go. But again, thank you all, and I guess I'll see you all where I see you. Goodbye for now.